and we've been all promoting the Lent Mission Outreach Day.
They all say the same thing, guys.
Yes, so just so you all know,
Mine is
this is
shinier.
coming up on Sunday, April the 7th. And as we were talking about it, we've been talking about how important it is to shift in our thinking and in our practices as churches, from just inward and being about ourselves and me, and outward focus. And there are a lot of different kind of experiences we're planning for the Lent Mission Outreach Day that are about reaching out beyond the walls of our churches and our communities to serve in Jesus' name. And we've all got really strong opinions about that.
Yeah, we were all on fire about it. Maybe we could just, somebody could take a stab at it.
Why do you think it's so important? Like, why does it motivate you?
I think I was just thinking of all the Bible stories of Jesus healing the disciples, and I couldn't think of any. All of the work was Jesus walking around healing other people.
I was like, with
There are no stories of Jesus like healing Peter except for that one incident with the ear. I think that's it.
It's true.
That wasn't Peter's ear.
No, that wasn't even his ear.
That's true.
Peter
So the church should go around healing the problems that we've caused. But honestly, I think it is, the biblical example is that Jesus and the disciples weren't walking around only talking to themselves. They were walking around talking to other people.
Yeah.
And so, how quickly, in 2,000 years, we've managed to
Turn insular.
turn inside, which was
It's true. When
never
you
the goal.
read the Gospels, really a lot of the time, if you read it from the point of view of the church, you realize that the Gospel writers are telling the church something here. It's giving us these stories, I think. What do you think, Patrick? Why are you excited about this?
I think I'm excited because, we posit ourselves in a position of decline, and I'm beginning to think that this could be the greatest moment in the church's history. We just need a little bit of restructuring in terms of reorienting ourselves in a different direction and going out into the world and taking the world by surprise and doing it with authenticity, in hospitality, and in graciousness. Who knows where that will take us?
Yeah, absolutely. And in a way, it moves us into a different place. We're not just proselytizing because we want to build up our 10 o'clock community. We're actually just reaching out because we love. It's such a difference, isn't it?
And maybe we won't, the other stuff won't matter so much because we've been transformed by these moments of graciousness and love and compassion.
We were talking about that. We were talking a bit about like authenticity. That's such a word in the church, isn't it? Authenticity. But how does this relate to that?
That's a real word right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. But authenticity, but are we ready to actually put that into practice?
Yeah.
So I'll be authentic right now according to what I'm feeling. So I agree with Patrick. We might be at the precipice of the greatest time, but it's not going to take a little restructuring. I think you're going to have to open up your guts and bleed out.
That's a lovely metaphor.
So just like he talked about the ear, I'm talking about your guts, But the term that comes to mind that I started using a while ago was Church Monday to Saturday, because we spend a heck of a lot of time trying to build up that Sunday church. And in the meantime, I network with a lot of churches because of the work that I do under Innovation Youth with Christian Direction, as I cross-denominational work, network and that sort of thing. And I do get very similar reflections, complaints, laments from the clergy, which is, boy, are we ever sad that, for instance, our buildings are sitting empty Monday to Saturday. It's shameful how much resources go into a 3-hour service. They're telling me all this in the greatest confidence, and now I'm announcing it online. But
Anonymously.
I'm not naming names. So the Monday to Saturday church, and again, if we are to think authentically about that, what is it going to cost? What do we have where do we have to work out our theology in that?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think one of the keys as well with all the biblical healing stories and all things Jesus did is we very seldom know if any of those people joined the church or became disciples. In most cases, it seems pretty clear they didn't. They just got healed because that was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
They got ministered to because it was the right thing to do. And some of them may have joined the movement and some of them didn't. And that really isn't actually the church's business. The church's business is to just do it.
Just be the church.
Just do it.
I think when Jesus says, Jesus dined and ate with outcasts and sinners, like we kind of think of that as a value, that's what we do. But actually, it's a message to the church, isn't it, right?
Yeah.
Don't just have a conversation amongst yourselves.
Right on.
But we need to have a conversation with those not amongst us.
Right.
And you're really passionate about this day.
Yeah, I'm really passionate about this day, and I just think I'd like to say a quick word about authenticity. And I think if we're interested in authenticity, we have to be really interested in relationships, because you cannot have a relationship that is a meaningful relationship that's not authentic. So our hope is that the LMO will be a chance for us to have some authenticity and to be in relationship and in service, and it's Lent, so we can't think of a better time to get on board with that concept. Yeah, and to inspire people to outreach is the thing, mission's the thing. So
it's a great preparation for Easter, the celebration of what Jesus did for us. So Lent, Mission, and Outreach Day, Sunday, April the 7th. And think of this as not just something we're putting on for the sake of putting it on, but an experience that we want people to take back to their churches.
And to transform their faith.
Transform your communities into places of action and mission.
Woo!
Thanks, everyone.
Lent, Mission, Outreach Day!
2 days before my birthday as well, everyone. Bye.
Oh, happy birthday.